Hey y'all, what it do, what it do, what it do. I wanted to jump out here for a second and just add a little comment. That casting meeting was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. Because who invites the public to a cast meeting? Okay, that's a thought. hmm it was more of a free for all going after JDunn. In my opinion, if you're going to call this meeting, it should have been only with the parties that were involved, because you put that person in a very messed up position when you have other peers that are hearing um the whole situation go down, and then they start gathering opinions about the different parties. You know what I'm saying? And if they're playing favorites, then they don't have a snowball's chance in hell. JDunn, you don't, baby girl. This piece of hair is driving me crazy. But in my opinion, okay, I don't do the babes. I don't agree in talking. I really don't. But I'm gonna tell you, had I been JDunn at that time when it went down, I probably would have said probably the same damn thing, because she kept telling JDunn, "You're slow, you're slow, you're slow, you're slow, you're slow." Girl, she heard slow one too many times, and she's heard what people say. So she just came out with it. That was just as a reason to really shut a person up and shut them down. Honestly, it was like, you know what? But she knew it was a low blow. She said she gonna stand, 10 toes down on it. I don't blame her. She said it. She meant it. Okay, let's go on. We're gonna go on with that, because the way that they fighting, and I'm sure she meant it. Because if you threw something, you don't cluck me in the head, broke my headphones, ran up on me, and then had somebody get you back to try and run up on me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, what did you do to Bama? I don't know about that one. I have to check that one out. Maybe I'm a little behind on that one, because I don't know why she was running up on you, to be honest with you. And, the way you sat there was real calm, Jay Dunn. It wasn't like you was freaked out, when Bama was acting like the hold me back Bosco moment was going on. Cause if she really wanted something, there was an opportunity for her to kind of lunge, and she would have made a connection, or at least two of them. But maybe they just didn't see that, or wasn't trying to do that. But you were just sitting there kind of calm, like, um, like, what you all riled up for? You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, um, I know everybody saw Sean smirk on his face when you were in that room, and then you kind of was peeking out, you know what I'm saying, to try and see, like, what's going on or whatever. And then that's when they showed Sean trying to grab Five from acting like she was trying to get at you or whatever. It's really messed up, because personally, I'm looking forward to whatever this project is. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested. We want to see. We want to see. So yeah, there's that interest that's out there. But you can't. I'm sorry. I just feel like you handled that all wrong by pulling her on screen with 12 other people to go at her the way that they did. Because I don't know if they were like going at her because they felt like their position was going to be put at jeopardy with if she continues to go in the way that she was going, and then their opportunity to be you know discovered was going to go away or something like that. It really just didn't make sense to me. If the situation had to do about this so-called picture being taken, and you had QB admitting to taking the picture and Fi admitted to taking some pictures, the other lady up in the corner, Key, I think she said she took a couple of pictures of different people and things, but it was just for her own laughter or viewing or whatever. You can't take away the fact that Okay, if there's not a particular clause in this NDA, non-disclosure agreement, if there's not a particular clause in there that says that you cannot take pictures within the set blase blase, okay, that's one thing. So you'll have one leg to stand on, JDunn, if there is something in there that says that you cannot do such a thing. Um Realizing that there is something, a little tiff or something going on, I probably would have been, Jay, done a little more aware of my surroundings. So, like, if you know you have some enemies that's within your personal space or what have you, or even just in the room or even close, I definitely would have probably taken myself out of that situation. I would not have been open for them to just take any pictures, whatever, not because I'm afraid, that they're going to see something or no, or whatever. It's just because I know there's going to be some conflict or we're going to run up on one another. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing right there. The pictures that were taken of you, they were not unflattering pictures. They were not. Um, Now that one picture when you were sitting down on the sofa and you can see your big thighs and you can see a print. Now that's what I saw. I wasn't looking for that, but that is what I saw. Um, if the picture was taken by five, okay, that's one thing. But male or female, that we'll let whoever handle that. That was a little distasteful. It really was. Everybody's saying, "Oh, well, it's not on the right person because they weren't the one that leaked it or whatever." Well, had it not have left your phone, it wouldn't be an issue. Um, I don't know how. Okay, if you're being a part of that production has you in a position to where you're possibly even considered an employee, then it's definitely up to those who are of management to make sure that all cast members are safe. You know what I'm saying? If she signed something that says it's okay, she's a part of the rah rah rah, she has no leg to stand on because you signed something saying that you didn't mind if somebody came at you. But fight come with it, or at least it's supposed to. You really can't talk stuff and not be able to at least handle your own. But the way you handled yourself at those times to me was perfect. There was no need for you to jump up and act all crazy, especially if you don't know what's really going on. But if they called you at the very end, I guess it's the finale part where they're coming at you or whatever, then you know what your role in that was. You was called there for the beatdown. So that's what it seemed like. Um Sean's very messy. Because the pictures that were taken of you were not, like I said, bad pictures. Um but the picture that he wanted to show of you sitting on the couch and where your pants were kind of, how it is when you sit down and your legs where the cloth will kind of just grab where whatever it's gonna grab, whether because if you stood up, you wouldn't have seen the creases, but because of the way that they showed the angle of that. Now that picture probably would have made me mad more than the other pictures that was, anyway. But I just thought Sean was being real messy in that part. He showed that clip, but it didn't show him in a good light. Especially the way he was looking at you. He was grinning at you. If you look at that again, when you were standing in that room, if you look at the smirky look on his face, it's like he wanted you to get your ass beat. So anyway, we're gonna get past all of that, but definitely, I wouldn't want to be a part of it if I were you. I wouldn't. Oh, I wanted to mention the part when Miss Olivia come onto your thing. And it was one thing when she said, "Well, I really didn't feel like you were right when you was going at the kid because blah this and this," and that could have been it. But when she said, "Look here, little girl, don't talk to me like that," and whoop 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 whoop, and shut up, let me, be quiet. I'm still talking and stuff like that. See, well, you did. You handled. I think you handled it pretty well because you took control. Except for only one time did you did you knuckle down and allow her to complete her sentence? But had it have been me, I'd have cut her off. I really would have. I would have cut her off. Because you're not going to come into my house and tell me to shut the fuck up, be quiet, or nothing at all. Whether it be the YouTube house or my regular house, we just don't do that. You would have been out. Okay, you need to leave. Because, see, it's not going to go down like that. And you finally did cut her off. You know what I'm saying? But it was okay for her to say that she didn't agree with you. Because there's going to be probably others who didn't agree with you. There's probably going to be some who really don't give a fuck. Don't really care. I mean, you said what you said at the time that you said. You meant what you said. And so it was said. There's nothing you can really do about that. But anyway, I wanted to know if there's a particular clause, because if there's not a clause in there, then what are we talking about? And Sean, I really do need you to be a little bit more professional with how you're handling this show and how it's coming out. Somebody's messing something up, because normally when you see a pilot, you see little snippets of what's going to come in the show. But when I seen the way that you put that cast meeting up, and the way that you handled yourself just all together, was like, had it been my manager, I would have had a problem. I would have had a problem. I really would have had a problem with it too. But not for the reasons that she has a problem. Honestly. Sean, you better tighten it up, bro. And especially if you're going to try and let somebody pick up a pilot. If they seen the way you handled yourself in what was called a so-called meeting, you wouldn't be facilitating my damn meetings. I know that damn much.